They were wrongly convicted of crimes they didn't commit. These men, Jabbar Collins, Fernando Bermudez, and Jesse Friedman, collectively spent half a century behind bars. Now free, they star in a production of The Exonerated, a play that tells the story of those wrongly placed on death row. It points out the injustices in the criminal justice system.
Executed. Executed.
Sometimes officers would browbeat an innocent person, forcing the individual to crumble.
How could you do this?
How could you kill this woman?
The person who gave birth to you.
And this is how the interrogation went. I was in such a vulnerable and suggestible state from finding my parents and not knowing what happened. I was emotionally distraught. And I was physically exhausted. I was confused. I had 15 cups of coffee. I was spaced out. And the police used that. They said that they had all the evidence and they didn't even need my confession.
Perhaps the most important factor in determining whether a defendant will receive the death penalty is the quality of representation. Many cannot afford good lawyers.
Okay, Mr. Hayes, can you afford a lawyer?
No,
Are you employed?
I was.
Do you own any property?
No,
Do you have any bank accounts?
no.
That's the man. That's him right there.
And points at me. And my lawyer didn't even object. My attorney was a former DA who had jailed me twice before. He was paid $500.
There are also racial aspects to capital punishment cases. Studies show those who murdered whites are more likely to be sentenced to death than those who murdered blacks.
And in my first trial, I knew I was going to prison. I had 11 whites and 1 black on the jury.
Prisoners are sometimes taunted and dehumanized by prison guards.
Look up, there you see the chair. You know, even when we're playing, they would be saying, you're gonna remind us that we still gonna die, because the chair is still here.
Perhaps the most difficult aspect of prison is inmate violence.
This whole war I was fighting, one side is the criminal justice system, and on the Western Front, I've been fighting with these inmates every day for my life.
Almost all religious groups in the United States regard executions as immoral, especially Catholics. The Pope believes that prisoners are human, like he is, and it's a mystery why they fell so far, and he did not. The wrongful execution of an innocent can never be rectified, and the years spent in prison can never be replaced. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, since 1973, there have been 144 exonerations.
Then the results come back, and it did just the opposite. It finally took the nail out of my coffin. Told the world the truth.
I spoke to Crystal Bermudez about the struggles her family faces.
We never gave up. Even today, we still talk about we never gave up. We never lost hope. 18 and a half years, yes, but we never lost hope.
For Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.